I'm going to show you how to tighten up and freshen up a skin fade once a week. Don't let it grow in or grow out, and tighten up the beard a little bit. It's been a week since my last beard trim and skin fade that I had, and you saw that video. So first thing we're going to do is use a double-edge razor. This is a butterfly type where you turn the bottom and it opens up. You can see that, how it just kind of opened up. And I'm going to put, I have these blades. These are over 50 years old. These are Don Juan blades. Look at that. I got that at a, I don't know if it was like a yard sale or a thrift store, something like that, but they are old. Let's take a look at them. I love the little packaging. Look at this. Don Juan blades, individually wrapped. Let's take a look at them. And it is a black blade, double edge blade. Right here. I'm going to put that in the razor. Pop it in and then tighten it up. So just a little bit of the blade is visible on each side. Now, I'm going to put some gel, and I'm going to separate the beard from the hair. It's starting to grow in. You really can't see it. Well, now you can, now that I come up close. I want skin from about mid-ear up to about just above my ear. So let's just take some gel. I was looking for the 50-year-old Rise shaving cream that I have, but I can't find it. It's somewhere. Put that in here like that. And this just helps lubricate the razor. And we're just going to do the back, the nape of the neck. The neck, back of the neck gets a little fuzzy after a week, if you're like me. So I'm going to use a double edge blade, and then I'm going to use the Andis foil shaver to kind of tighten it up a little bit more, fade it up a little bit. This gets skin close. You don't get any closer than this. So let's just go for it here. First thing you have to do is bring it down to like a couple days growth. Otherwise the blade is going to be pulling the hair and it's not going to be a pleasant experience. So from about mid-ear to just, you can see that, just above the ear. Mid-ear. And this is the Brio Zero blade. You've seen me do that. I'll put a link for this down below. It's quite incredible. I'm going to hit the skin with it. Smooth, man. Smooth. I kind of like the skin fade look. And you do it by, you can just hear when it starts hitting this part of the beard, it just gets louder in your ear. I mean, the skin fade is great, but it only lasts a week if you have normal hair growth rate, right? So now we're going to do the back. Use a mirror. I get a really hairy, fuzzy neck, and if I don't stay on top of it, it looks like crap. Really, you can see like the antennas coming out of my back. Not as much now that it's white hair. When it was darker hair, I had like this little layer of fur. But my body hair has gotten less dense as I've gotten older. I look at it this way. Just imagine that you're wearing a chain around your neck. Where that chain rests, what you do is you shave everything above the invisible chain. That's what you do. So, like the old joke, why do Italian guys wear chains? So the barber knows where to stop. That's pretty much it. Perfect. Rinse off your blade. Now let's use this. Go up around the ear. Nice. In the back. Look down and stretch out the back of your neck. Now, as far as under here, I don't know, I'm about 3 or 4 days into this being cut down, and you don't really see, when you have white hair, you don't really see the hair. When it's darker, you guys with the darker hair, you know, you get kind of like that 5 o'clock shadow. I get like a 1 week shadow. Now, we want to fade this up a little bit. So I'm going to put a, let's see, what are we going to do? We're going to use a, a one guard. That's the red one. I'm going to fade that beard up a little bit so it's not as much of a blunt line. And then I'm going to use a half to take it down even more. A little bit up the back. Just, you're doing it by sound. Perfect. Now, I was going to say don't try this at home, but I'm teaching you this so you can try it at home. We're going to put on a half. A 1/2 guard. Perfect. I'm going to go up around the ear. And up into the hair a little bit. Take it down, just make the line disappear. In the back, just a little bit. Now, and that's done. Now, let's work on the beard a little bit. This is the 1 week trim or shaping. Keep that line going. Remember, the motion is this. You're going down and then under, down and then under. You don't want to just like, boom, make this blunt kind of thing. It just gives it a more natural look. Okay. When you do it once a week, there's less to cut. And you're using the mirror and sound as a guide. Comb it down, mustache, comb it out a little bit and back. Soul patch straight down. Now, let's take a look at the line underneath. Tighten that up. Don't make it too much of an angle, otherwise you get kind of like a cheese wedge and you get kind of like that Philly look, which I think is a stupid look, if you ask me. All right, mustache, we're going to hit with a 2, but not the edges. Like from the corner of the mouth out, we're not touching that. That's good. Comb everything straight down. Now clean up that line, make it perfect, the lip line. Do the smile method. That's good. Comb it down, everything straight down. Line perfect. I don't cut this top line. To me, I call that God's hairline right there. A lot of guys will line this up. I get it. I know why some guys do it. That's okay, but I don't like doing it because I just kind of like the natural hairline above. Now, when I start getting hair like up here, every now and then, I just kind of hit it with a razor and just knock it off if it's up on the cheekbones. But now, if you hit the corners with a 2, what's going to happen is it's going to look like the mustache is disconnected from the beard. So I don't do that. What I do is I just freehand it. You got to be steady. If not, you're going to jack the whole thing up, and it'll take you 3 to 6 months to recover. And then I check the length. Okay, consistent on both sides. Excellent. That is how you freshen up your skin fade and your beard. Good luck.